And remember those numbers, 1-800-561-CFRB, 416-872-1010, or star talk on your cellular phone. We are speaking with SOS 4000. It is a group of committed, concerned, and loving people who, either through need, necessity, or just because they're good folks, want to reach out to all of you at home and talk about transplants. There are living transplants that you can do, living donors, and that's usually kidneys and livers. And then there are the transplants that happen when you have unfortunately lost a loved one. What do you say when people say, but the loved one lives on in the lungs or the hearts of... There's Patty there.
Well, I'd say for sure someone is living on with my husband. He's so invigorated since his transplant. We're used to living with a really sick guy, and even the next day, he was transformed. It's just such a gift to my children and I to have him back.
Back, right.
And whoever donated that organ, it's been so powerful for us to have a guy we thought would be dead within weeks, months, to have him back with us and to have him sitting in our living room when we didn't think we'd have a second Christmas with him.
And that's what it's all about.
It's
because
incredible.
I know that we're looking for Florence, right? Florence, we're looking for a donor for you. And we've talked about the need for those of us of shade persuasion to get up off your behind and sign the back of your donor's card and to let your family know that you have signed your donor's card. And Officer Ojo was talking before the break that it's, a lot of cultures will feel that they're not getting to heaven because their bodies are not whole. And what did you say? I just need you to say that once more into the microphone. You lean forward, my dear.
Oh no, I was saying that you wouldn't have to worry about that because heaven itself actually understands what you're doing.
Absolutely. I think that if God gave us the capacity to have higher developed minds, then along with the hatefulness that's out there, those higher developed minds can do good. We don't have to just be blowing people up. Joining us now is the Torch Girl. And is this your dad? No.
My teacher.
Your teacher, all right. So introduce yourselves, please.
Hi, I'm Denise Lindsay, the Torch Champion for Toronto.
And
I'm Terry Jones, the coordinator for the school.
now what school is this?
Westview Centennial Secondary School.
And where is that?
That is at Jane and Finch.
Now see, everybody be rapping down bad about Jane and Finch. And I have to tell you that I have lots of my people are up in Jane and Finch. And some very stellar, fabulous folks are up there, of which you two are standing strong members of a community that is much maligned by, boring media who can't seem to, I like, people, the reason why I like my shows because we talk about good things. Because I believe good news sells as much, if not more, than bad news. And what we all need in our lives now is some good news. So Miss Torch Girl, tell me about your torch. And George brought in the torch. Tell us about this torch and what is the significance of this, my darling?
Well, it's good because it teaches and shows people, it educates people that they could donate, even being a living donor, and also giving your organs after you passed away. So that's the reason why I joined onto it, because I think it's good to show people that and educate people on it, because that's why people don't donate. That's why people don't give away their organs, or because they don't know about it.
So were you a recipient? Were you someone who needs an organ, or are you just somebody who's interested?
I'm just somebody that's interested.
There you go, Miss Girl. There you go, Miss Girl.
I don't know anybody, I didn't have any friends before this, and I didn't know about it that well. And now being a part of it, I know about it. And I believe I want to give away my organs when I do that. Because I feel that why not help somebody else live on? If I'm already dead, why not give to somebody else that needs it?
Honey, you must be so proud of her.
Of course. Of course I am.
And how did you get into this with your school and start this?
Well, through George, he sent some paperwork to the administration. And
Lots of people get paperwork, very few people read it.
Absolutely. But I am the coordinator, staff advisor for a group called Students in Action. They do a lot of volunteer work in the community and in the GTA as a whole. And it was transferred to me, and I presented it to the group. and they were very enthusiastic about it. The difficulty was choosing the torchbearer. However, Venice, as you know, and as you've heard, is a very outstanding student.
And passionate.
Absolutely. And so it boiled down to, the decision was easy in the end.
So
because
where's the torch going?
the torch is going to Queen's Park and then to Nathan Phillips Square. It's coming to Westview Centennial first, and then
Are
we
you,
will
do you
take
walk it down, or how is this gonna happen? George, you wanna jump in there, or
Sure,
Sabrina, or
sure.
Katrina?
And after Ojo can step in, right?
Okay. Oh, you know, we're gonna have to take a break. Oh my
Oh.
gosh, okay, so when we come back, we're gonna find about how you can get involved with this torch ceremony. It's January the 16th, if I'm not
That's
mistaken. So do not go away, because you don't want to miss a single thing on News Talk 1010 CFRB. I'm Tabby Johnson. No, we're not talking about cars. Alan's away. He'll be back in a couple of weeks. But stay tuned, because we're going to talk about how you can make a difference. So often we feel powerless to help. We don't know what to do. We don't know where to start. Well, you know what? Stop your whining and your sniveling. Because right here, right now, we got a way that you can lay down and help somebody else. I'm Tabby Johnson with my friends on News Talk 1010 CFRB. The time is 3:48, and when we come back, 416-872-1010, 1-800-561-CFRB, and Star Talk on your cellular phone. I want to hear from you, and I'm going to give you a little bribery. I got some presents to give out. So I want to hear from you about this issue. I want to hear your words. So don't go away. It's me. We'll be back.
Great news, drivers. Ontario Honda dealers have seen
Speaker of fabulous.
Well, you know what happened is I didn't know until yesterday that my time had been changed.
from 0.9% for 60 months.
So it's the reason why we may be slow on calls is because I usually am not on until 4 o'clock. So it's sort of people who wouldn't tune in because they're listening, they don't have a car. Are sort of, so Christina in the show before me kept trying to pump it all the way through, but a lot of our listeners are just sort of, so that's why I wanted, if you don't mind, keep you over until this next hour, just to give that final push home when my listeners are first tuning in going, what do you mean it's almost over? You still have time to help. Okay? Does anybody need anything to drink?
Everybody okay?
You're all good, you're all good. I can offer you coffee or scotch or anything, I'll give you water.
Is there some water? I'll be the first.
Yeah, would you like some water?
Water, I don't mind. My
Joey
throat is
Johnson?
going-
Joey Johnson, Joey Johnson. Could you track down some water and figure out some ways to bring some water in for our guests, please? Thank you, my love.
So the torch, this was the first one from St. John's, Newfoundland, October the 1st. And since then, I'll kind of show you how it's been brought along by students, even at the board of the dance guy get involved here.
Oh, nice.
Karen, and sometimes there was speech champions, because they just couldn't choose one person.
Exactly. No, that's really
Here there
cool.
was two, and Lorraine, and there's just.
And
the
make sure that
momentum-
we shout out and give your website out, okay?
Yeah, we need the website.
Because I looked, I said, oh geez, I only have Jessica's information. I said, I know there's another
The
website.
website so she can advertise it also too.
When I got to Montreal, that was our final stop for the first time.
Yeah.
These were the two torch champions. This little girl's 2 years old, and she's in a Montreal hospital, and she needs a heart transplant.
Okay, so let's talk about her too.
Zoe Bernard. These kids, it was minus 40, they still came out and walked in, those school was closed for very little.
Okay, so we want to talk because so often our youth get slacked by not being in the game and not being concerned. And I've done my best for the last 2.5 years to show how fabulous our youth are. And I think this is, thank you so much for being part of my last show. I'm getting all weepy. Because I think kids are great.
Meantime, officials think the militant leader was behind.
Could you give her the website also?
Sure, SOS4000.com.
Doesn't need any international help to handle
What about the one that you
investigation.
just,
And here at home,
that's for the donations, right?
Donations, you can make a donation online.
yesterday,
There's
On all credit
a big
cards,
button
etc.
there that says if you would like to help our campaign, please make a donation. You get a tax receipt in 2 minutes.
Cool.
We need to put that on
became
too.
a martyr of the choice that she died. So
And
everybody
nothing that they give
prayer
is,
service
Yeah,
was
nothing too
held
small.
Pakistani
Everything,
Everything counts.
Everything helps.
That Ojo taught me that.
Everything
You take whatever they give.
Yeah.
Yeah, you add up all those pennies, I mean, we have a